built his earnings, yes, in North America, but also on the global stage as well. In fact, I would imagine a large percentage of the earnings does come from actual international LAN competition. Yep. Meanwhile, Godly, most of his earnings in the game have been built in his region, given that we didn't have like proper LANs until BCX last year and then the actual LANs we have this year.
Yep. I mean, either way, that's a lot of money. And there's also more money on the line here as well. $35,000 in prize pools.
Yes, sir.
Definitely huge. It's going to be huge for both these players, too. They want to continue to add to their earnings here. But, man, Boomy just zipping all over the place.
Now you can see it on the bottom middle of your screen. We are actually in top 32 at this point. These players want to move on. The next set that they would be playing, if they won, would be the top 8 qualifiers. So they're on the precipice of the qualifier for top 8. Boomie's already starting off this one with the first KO on to Godly.
And Godly's probably thinking around about those beans right now. That's probably what's going on here.
I hope not. I hope he's not thinking about the beans, man.
About the beans.
Not the beans.
Not the beans, man.
He needs to be thinking about these dang boots that are putting the boots to him.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just Boomy just flying all over the place. Such a high execution character, blinding speed as well, and the combo game on point. Boomy is killing it.
Charging that one up, and he punishes the landing as Godly hits the ground. Didn't quite lead to the KO, but Boomy is very much looking at a 2-stock lead. If he's able to grab this one from Godly without taking a recovery, without taking a side air, there's the side air that comes through, takes him out. Luckily for Godly, he didn't need a setup. He didn't need to try to fish for that D-light or anything, just a raw side air that hits on a grounded opponent.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where characters lighten up. You just got to build up enough damage, and then a slight breeze is all you need to take them out. But unfortunate scenario there. I mean, Godly was already pretty far into the red onto that second stock before he even the stock count up, but now it just continues to get a little bit worse here. Again, throwing that stock away, wasn't really able to get anything back into them as well, but Boomy, unfortunately facing the wrong way, and Boomy's gonna take some extra damage there.
Dude, that signature coming out every time. I think about like Koji and his sword down signature, looking at how fast that signature is and be like, what the heck, man? What about me? Mine's so slow.
Dude, this one's so quick too. It's so crazy. Gosh, he's so fast.
Man, the neutral signature, the hitboxes on that are so unique. The weird angles that it goes at. It goes at like initially a steep angle and then a really shallow angle. Just a huge switch up. Yeah. That's going to be a matchup in experience for a lot of players here. I'm not sure if that's what's really taking out Godly here or if it's just like Boomy's raw gameplay.
I mean, it could just be Boomy.
It could be. It absolutely could be.
I would definitely say it's a mixture of both because Boomy is that guy and Thea seems to be that girl, so.
There's the side light. He went for the neutral light, but no, Boomy stayed grounded. He wanted to grab that weapon spawn as quickly as he could. There's the side air. He keeps himself back. He doesn't hold the forward there to move him towards his opponent because he wanted stage control.
There we go. That's going to be that game one. Boomy feeling good, feeling confident. You saw Godly smile a little bit at the end there. Probably thinking about all those beans.
If we incepted beans into his, I mean, I guess we didn't incept it because like he knows what's going on. So hopefully we didn't plant those beans because then they're gonna start growing because that's what plants do.
Yeah, that is what plants do, huh? You put a little bit of water on them, just watch them do their thing.
And that's what they be doing. It seems like that's the one thing that they're really good at doing is growing. And Boomy so far has already grown one victory for himself.
Cultivated it.
He really did.
As we get into our next game here, we see Godly pulling out the Mordex, which honestly probably not a bad idea here.
Great idea.
Because, you know, you get that Scythe to kind of battle back here a little bit. And also, obviously the gauntlets too, so when you really need to start getting hands on them, those boots are going to be a little bit scary, or a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not as safe.
Okay, risky.
Yeah, thank you.
Talking about Risky Business starring Tom Cruise. Never seen it, but I know there's a famous dancing scene in it. Godly hoping he can get the victory here and dance. Yeah, you see Godly laughing. He knows he's getting hit by so many of these signatures. I'm surprised Boomy wasn't laughing.
Boomy's laughing on the inside, but he stays a stone cold killer while he's playing this game.
Which is crazy because he is usually the most like outwardly goofy person and laughing when he picks up strange things like that. I mean, we saw Boomy versus Fiend at Dreamhack San Diego, and Boomy, if you looked at his face, he was having a great time during that.
I mean, it could just be the fact that he's fighting Godly here and he just does not want to drop this game.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's all about the context, it's about the scenario here, and this is obviously a big one because these are two very, very strong players battling each other right now. Godly, huge combo. Not able to close out the stock yet. Okay, goes back to pick up the scythe. And unfortunately gonna miss. And now Boomie's got these, ooh, pedal boots in hand, but it does not matter. Escorted to the side blast zone.
Godly has his choice of weapons. He's gonna be juggling them. That's gonna delay the weapon spawn for Boomy, but he sticks back on the gauntlets. Still has weapon control, easily able to get over to that weapon spawn that comes in on the left side. It's gonna be the scythe. Spawn comes in, Boomy grabs it. It's gonna be the lance. You move forward and you're able to charge that second hit as sort of a timing mix-up. That time he didn't do it.
Yep. And I mean, obviously, when you give characters any sort of timing mix-up like that too, those can usually come into really great practice, really keeping your opponents on their toes. Godly not biting on anything quite yet though, but Boomy get some strong boots.
Speaking of Koji, he kind of has that as well. He's probably looking at that charge signature and be like, what the heck, man? My side signature, I can charge it for a few frames and that's it.
That's it.
What has she got, man?
Oh my God.
I was born in the wrong timeline.
Welcome to the power creep, baby.
Boomy is loving this legend so far, charging that one up as well. Godly, he's not too far behind, but the way Boomy is hitting these signatures, when you get into the red and you're Godly, you have to be a little bit more careful than if you were playing against any other player, against any other legend, because Boomy's KO efficiency has been solid. His damage buildup has been solid as well. He's been solid all across the board. He's about halfway through this second stock, and Godly's on his final.
You know how upsetting it's got to be getting sent off. Oh my goodness, Boomy! Please relax. We've got another game. You can save some of the sauce for later. You can always ask for a little bit of extra sauce too. You know, take some home, use it for some of the other meals.
Yeah, exactly. Just get some on the side in a nice little cup, put it in your fridge, warm it up a little bit later.
But Boomy,
no,
he's just been pouring the ketchup nonstop.
he has the Olive Garden waiter at his table putting the cheese on, and he's just not saying when.
He's just staring him dead in the eyes.
Yep.
You're going to keep grading, and then you're going to grab another one. But I can't imagine what it feels like, too, when you get sent off stage, and then Thea throws the battle boots to try and convert on that stock, and you just get these two Timberlands just punching you in the head.
Just totally stomped by those boots. But I mean, it's like, okay, well, what's the other option? He throws a lance at you? I don't want that to happen either, man. Look how big it is.
Yeah. But I feel like boots are just so disrespectful.
Yeah, it is really disrespectful. Not quite as disrespectful. Oh, beautiful!
Oh, wow!
That's a Boomy classic right there. I can just picture him doing that with blasters as well, where you hit the side air to bounce him off the stage, turn around side air the other direction to clean that one up.
Oh, yep, wow.
Player 2 wins.
That combo was absolutely sick, though. That was a treat to watch. Oh my God. Look at Boomy, he's focused, man.
Godly's probably really feeling the pressure right now. A lot, of course, is riding on this tournament, just like any other LAN, and Godly might be going down into the elimination bracket in the first round of top 32, Skiff.
I don't know how many times we got to talk about it. It just
3,
goes to show
2,
how
1,
strong the
brawl.
talent pool is at these events.
And we got the old guys coming through. Boomy is an old guy at this point.
Right?
Wait, hold on.
Wait, how old
Is that the rivals of Aether Frog?
It is! Rhino!
You know,
they hate him in that game.
They call him the Brawlhalla Frog on TikTok a lot. Yeah, I see tweets from Dan Fornace where he sees pictures of that and people are like, hey, look, it's the Brawlhalla Frog.
Dude, Dan is literally the funniest game dev.
I love him.
He is so funny. Big shout outs. If you guys aren't following Dan Fornace, you're messing up.
And the whole Rivals of Aether team bringing us that. I love this skin. It's such a beautiful skin. The jelly hands. Love the jelly hands. I don't want to get hit by them because I don't like being sticky.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect with that shallow angle and the side air.
How many more options can you cover, Boomy? How many more options? What do we need? But we do have, keep in mind, I think this is Godly's like first lead in a hot minute too.
See if he can keep it up. It's sticky hands time. Nice down air. Okay, he gets immediately hit, trading 1 for 1.
Yep. I mean, for sticky hands, he's really not getting these combos built up. A little bit unfortunate. Oh, that was a big play there. Not a huge punish. Boomy did get a little damage out of it, though. Big spear play. All right.
Oh, the dare. Boomy was just a little bit too far to the right. He wasn't under Godly enough to get hit by that. Found a nice punish. They're still very even. Despite Boomy getting, okay, well now he's starting to add up that damage a little bit more, but Boomy is going to have to add up a lot of hits to find the damage because he has lower damage per hit. Now, for Boomy, he's been doing a great job with it, but still, they are very even. The recovery coming out up top, swapping back over to the gauntlets. Would have been nice if that KO'd there. Almost picked up another one. There it is. Godly now holding on to this lead. Going to juggle those weapons. Let's see what he sticks with. It is going to be the spear.
Yep. Now,
one thing that'll have going gauntlets versus boots is you're playing against a very fast weapon, like Katars, so you having lower startup frames on your gauntlets isn't as strong as it would be if you're going maybe up against the lance or up against definitely an axe.
Right. But I mean, you do still have a little bit of an advantage. It's just a matter of being a little more choosy with how you try to engage. But right now, speaking of choosy, Godly being very careful with his openings here, getting some strong hits against the onesies, twosies coming through, and we got the gauntlets coming out to play. No weapon in hand for Boomy, but they do get the boots coming out.
Now, Boomy was also being very choosy as well, and he was choosing the heavy attack button. He really liked pressing that signature button. Finds the D-Light ground pound for the KO. Boomy's still very much in this. He's about 2/3 of the way through his final stock, so the lead is definitely not insurmountable, but it is going to be difficult. Side signature from Godly all the way from the right side of the stage means it's not a KO. Ground pound coming through. No, he just went for the dare, didn't want to commit to a GP.
God, this is so terrifying. Because honestly, it could just be one opening is all that Godly really needs to take this game 3 and kind of push this momentum back into his favor a little bit.
Now Godly is playing Whoosh. Oh, okay. There's that weapon toss going up. Godly is going to go under the stage, barely get to the edge. Okay. Okay, Skip. I almost lost it there when that like neutral light came out from Godly. I almost ripped the little bit of hair that I still have left on my head out. Holy.
Godly needs to start showing some respect for the casters here. He's taking years off our life. And I feel like my life expectancy ain't too much longer.
I'm sitting here boiling in this coat. Little ranch hand Sparky over here. Can't handle the heat here in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, good old Dallas. But either way, yep, we're getting right back into this here.
Godly getting weapon control early is very strong, and it's of course going to be on the spear. Really kind of his chosen weapon. Nice little bounce pass to himself. He's able to pick it back up so he's not disarmed.
Okay. Yeah, so far this switch has been super crucial. I think just having the spear alone, being able to have those long pokes, right, even again for the onesies, twosies, has gone such a long way for Godly here.
Having range, having confirmed true KO options with like the D-Light Sair, D-Light Recovery. I mean, even having just like raw good KO moves, like we've seen raw spear side airs KO today quite a bit, raw recoveries and ground pounds KO today. But of course, Wooshong also has an amazing signature kit as well.
Yep, that one comes out a lot too. Man, I've seen that one so many times, sliding off stages as well. Boomy, ooh!
Nice recovery!
Yeah, I think that Godly's starting to pick it up here a little bit. They recognize that Boomy loves to throw out these signatures, and getting that timing down is huge, because that's how we saw the last game end. Threw out a signature, and Godly just waited and got a strong punish out of it.
We're really seeing that adaptation come through. That matchup inexperience is starting to turn into matchup experience for a player like Godly. Harpoon toss comes out. He's able to dodge up and stay high. Oh, I really thought he was going to be able to make it there. I don't know if he wasn't holding, if he wasn't holding left hard enough, because like you saw his reaction in the bottom corner, it seemed like, oh, that was bad, not like he expected that to happen.
I think what might have happened is because of Boomy's positioning, I think he might have drifted back to say, okay, maybe I can get a counter hit here, or was expecting Boomy to do something else. But yeah, it just kind of cost him. But not a bad thing, though. Not too terrible. You had it. You had a lead.
Dude, it's Boots.
Oh, my God.
It's Boots, baby. They can do that to you in a heartbeat. Godly still trying his best to figure them out, still doing a good job. He's able to come back to stage. He had stage control. Nice punish on that one, staring it down. That is one of the best signatures in this kit. The Gauntlet down sig is very good as well because it can grab a stacked opponent, but how quickly the spear side sig comes out is a destructive signature on this legend.
And just barely getting past Godly there too, dropping the edge guard.
Nice.
Again,
he's punishing him.
Punish. Godly's, he's getting it, man. You can looks like Boomy's just getting a little bit nervous here. Godly's been having like a slight smirk all game. All set.
Even when he was like losing before, he kind of had that smirk on, which, man, that scares me.
That's a scary mentality. I just at that point, if I'm Boomy, I'm not looking over at all. I don't want to see a slight smirk if I'm bodying somebody. But let's
Punishes
see
that one as well.
Yep.
Godly's really figuring it out here, charging that one up. Godly wasn't able to perfectly punish that. I thought he might get it, given that the charge was coming out, and maybe he really learned where that kind of ending phase is, where Boomy actually ends up. Nice ground pound over on the edge. Trying to grab the bottom side of the nair. Great dare! Godly takes a 2-stock that game.
Man. What a different change of pace here. I think you can really see it in Boomy's face right now. Look at, he is nervous, he's thinking, his eyes are moving all over the place. Godly's just sitting there, all the beans in the world on his neck right now.
He's loving those beans.
He's loving those beans. It's also funny because he's from the UK and they love their beans.
They do! It works for the region and the culture as well.
Wow,
3,
big W.
2, 1.
We're so eclectic and world travelers.
Oh my God. I've gone all over.
Make sure to go to Valencia next month, DHVAL23. Start.gg/DHVAL23. Do it now, please.
Nice.
And, you know, got a little bit of a plug in there. We were talking about the world.
Plug,
Might as well. All you
Makes
EU players out there, this is your chance to come to a LAN.
Makes up for the segue you had earlier.
Yeah,
You kind of pulled that
look,
one out.
all of them can't be home runs, okay?
No, I know. But sometimes they're a ground rule double, you know?
Yes, sir.
Still a good play, but either way, so you get a good plays here. Godly continues.
He punishes that neutral signature again. Boomy's really got to be careful with that.
It's actually crazy just watching in real time. Godly going down 2-0, switching the characters, and just recognizing this is what I need to punish.
Yep.
And a lot of it's just been with the spear, too.
I love watching the learning process, whether it's a not-so-good player really clicking and figuring something out, or when you're one of the best players in the entire game, and he punishes that as well. Godly doing such a great job here. Potentially on the precipice of a reverse 3 against Boomy when it seemed like all was lost, when it seemed like this shakeup of Thea was enough to take out Godly. Godly's got a lead here in Game 5.
The way he moved before taking that stock, literally on the cusp of death, and just saying, I will not go down the way you want me to. I am going to get this first stock here. And you know, it's not too often when someone picks a tag as prominent as something like Godly and lives up to the name.
I like the way you move. Bam, 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 bam.
Shouts to Outcast.
Godly over there at the weapon disadvantage. He's able to get back on the main stage. He's going to take that side air. That's going to take away his second stock. He does have about a 50 to 60 damage lead on a Boomy as he's spawning back in. Going to be searching for that weapon. Gets away from that Lance down air. Nice down air to punish there. Just kind of staying in place, hoping that Boomy would move past him and he could turn around, hit that neutral light to the left.
Yep. Okay. Whoa. Dude, Godly's doing, his whip punishes are so good right now.
Oh, he's jumping around a lot, doesn't want to commit.
I don't think it's even a matter of like not wanting to commit. I think it's just trying to bait out options for Boomy. He just continues to throw out these SIGs, and he just gets these big punishes out of it. Oh my goodness. Ah.
I feel like I'm watching a Zapapi match where Zapapi's playing Azoth, D-Light into the side air, almost the KO, and like Zapapi, when you're playing Azoth, like you do the same thing. You're a signature spamming legend. That is like the way you are designed. That's the way you are best utilized. Gets the onstage ground pound for the KO. Huge lead here for Godly. He has maybe 110 damage, maybe not even that much just yet. So he's in a great spot. But all of a sudden, you see Zapapi like run up against like a different caliber of player as we get the equalizer all of a sudden, and they figure out how to punish the signatures. That's exactly what Godly is doing here. But Boomy here in Game 5 has made sure we come into our final stocks very even between these two. This is exactly the way this needed to end.
This is actually getting crazy. Right down to the wire, too. We got to see if Boomy has what it takes to clutch this out. It certainly is looking scary. It looks like everything is against you with the way that Godly's playing here. But now no spear going to the gauntlets, and I feel like the gauntlets really have not been as scary, especially for these boots coming into play. Oh, that could have been huge.
Winner of this moves on to face Snowy in a top 8 qualifier match. Loser goes down to the elimination bracket.
Oh my God.
Stakes are so high here for both of these players, but Boomy has just a little bit of a lead here, getting Godly close into the red. Now we're seeing the down signature on the boots come out. Didn't see too many, that it was mostly the Lance. Oh, is it gonna be enough?
Oh, that's just barely living here. Throws the Nike's not gonna be able to get the hit they need. Tosses the spear. I can't believe he got rid of the spear. That's been what's used to clutch out so many of these, but we do got a spear. Oh my God.
I'm so scared about him picking up an unarmed recovery high in the air. That wasn't high enough, but here comes the Lance from Boomy.
Oh my God.
A neutral light actually might do it here. He's hunting for it.
Oh, this is
Godly,
terrifying.
can he confirm the edge guard here? The recovery at the top, not enough. It was picked up too low. The weapon toss goes down, and there is the high unarmed recovery. Boomy takes it last second in game 5.
Look at him. You can tell. Look at the way he's breathing. Oh my God, dude. I can't imagine how he's feeling. Look, he looks like nothing's happened. He's like, yeah, whatever. It was close. I finished. I'm shaking more than he is right now.
I mean, he's won world championships, plural.
Yeah, but just like in the moment.
Wow. Boomy just barely ekes that one out at the end. Godly going down in winners round 1 of top 32.